Every time we make a record, I always invite Mavis to do something, you know, because it's such an honor. She's an old family friend. We met the Staples family in 2000. We recorded their song Freedom Highway on our second record in 2000. And there was a lyric that I couldn't understand, so we asked Yvonne, her sister, and she's faxed us the lyric sheet. And we became friends ever since. So every time we make a record, we always invite Mavis, you know. And this is the third time that this is the fourth time I've recorded with Mavis. And Mavis is my queen, man. You know, she represents everything. You know, like her father learned guitar from Charlie Patton. And she herself remembers Howlin' Wolf coming to the house, you know, Mahalia Jackson, you know, civil rights, protest music, soul music. She represents the whole roots music culture, the whole history. And she's still 80 years old, still marching on the Freedom Highway, still fighting for freedom. It's such a great example, you know, and I'll always keep Mavis in my heart when I play music and just keep marching forth, spreading the good word, you know. Mavis is one of our greatest inspirations. Well, we're just very fortunate, you know, that we get to do what we enjoy, and we enjoy to improvise, and we enjoy using roots music and folk music as a basis for improvisation, you know. Like jazz players used standards, like old traditional tunes, and they would use those as a framework for improvisation. We like using folk songs, and we grew up with our father. He and his friends, they like to improvise, playing roots music, but improvising, and it's just fun, man. It's like, you know, we play music every night in different places, and one night it might be slow, one night it might be fast, one night it might be aggressive, one night it might be quiet, one night it might be swinging, one night it might be, you know, it's the music is open to interpretation, and it depends on the audience, you know. It's like, how does the audience feel? What are we getting from them? They help inform how we interpret the set list every night, and it's great to improvise in the studio as well, you know. And also in the last 10 years we've been playing with Phil Lesh from the Grateful Dead, and you know, he helped invent rock and roll improvisation, you know, psychedelic. We grew up with Jimi Hendrix and the Allman Brothers, and it's just something that we've always enjoyed doing. You know, playing music with the old timers in Mississippi, be it, you know, we play Other Turner at his picnics, or I play with R.L. Burnside and we play Junior Kimbrough's Juke Joint. You know, the thing that you have to learn in Mississippi is that it's all about keeping the people dancing. That you get them dancing and you keep them dancing. Do not clear the dance floor, because it's all about having a good time. Like Burnside could sing the saddest lyric with the biggest smile on his face. And so that one thing you learn is that it is not indulgent, in that it's that you gotta be able to keep that sexy rhythm, you know what I mean? And that's a big lesson, you know, be it rock and roll or anything. You gotta keep them dancing. And as far as playing guitar, one thing that I learned, two things I learned, is that it's all about emulating the voice, you know, the slide guitar, or even, you know, like when B.B. King bends his notes, you know, he was trying to emulate the slide guitar. And it's like Sacred Steel, the church players, or the slide, be it Fred McDowell, Blind Willie Johnson, Elmore James, Derek Trucks. It's all about emulating the human voice. And we used to be playing down at Other's picnics, and these old guys would be like, make it say what he's saying. And like, so the singer would sing and then you play it with your voice. Or like I like to do like with Fred, the slide, the guitar and the voice just move together. So I think that one, it's about that human vocal quality that hopefully gives you goosebumps. And then two, you gotta keep them dancing. That's what we learned. My brother and I were so fortunate to learn from, our father, Jim Dickinson. He was a Memphis musician, first generation Memphis rock and roller. He sang on the Last Sun single. He recorded with Bob Dylan, the Rolling Stones, Aretha Franklin, Albert King, Albert Collins. Amazing, and he taught us, how to play roots music of all sorts. And he was a song collector because he was also a folky. He was a folk musician, so he loved his songs. And he wrote songs, but he loved to collect songs and to find the weirdest, oldest songs. And that repertoire he passed down to us, and that's an important thing. And also in our own life, playing with Luther Turner and R.L. Burnside and hanging out with Junior Kimbrough, their repertoire, it's passed down through the community. Like at home in Mississippi, like a song like say All Night Long or Shake 'Em On Down, everybody plays the same song differently. It's like everyone wants to hear the same song. You can play it however you want, but you got to play what they want to hear back home. So it's the repertoire that we've been so fortunate to have been shared. Our elders shared it with us, and we spread it on, and hopefully the repertoire will live on past us. But the main thing I try to do proactively is to find young musicians and teach them as best as I can, or encourage them, help them, because so many old-time musicians, they're so good to us, and that's what we owe. Right now I'm 46, so I can still play with Phil Lesh and Mavis Staples, and they're 80 years old. The Blind Boys of Alabama are 90 years old. But we could also still play with cats that are teenagers and in their 20s. So I can have older and younger and bring it all together. And that's I have two daughters. They're 10 and 5, and I love playing with music with them. And in the future, I hope to make more family-based music of all ages. It's a funny thing, I haven't said it yet, but I want to make a band of people like really old and really young.